What's up? You got your boy Dyreck, aka Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe. Cause today we're gonna be talking about the Reason chord sequencer. Reason finally elbowing their way through the crowd, bogarting their way to the stage, and taking their place back as the premier DAW to use. Well, probably quite not yet. But they're getting there. They're actually getting back into the groove of things with this plugin, Chord Sequencer, which is pretty dope. Pretty much it's a plugin that whatever chord you play, it basically tells you the next chord or chords that you can play that goes with the one you just played. You know what I'm saying? So if you play a C major chord, it's going to tell you all the directions you can take it. Like, okay, you can go F major here, or you can go E minor here. And, you know, personally, I think it's cool. The green buttons light up to tell you which is the next chord that you should probably choose. And if you press the black button, it leads you in a totally new direction. It even has a step sequencer. You know how we all love those step sequencers, right? So what you can do is you can literally drag and drop those little chord buttons on the sequencer, and basically it'll play within the step sequence. Wherever you drop it, whenever that sequence hits that point, it's gonna play the sound. You could even create some really cool loops with this plugin. So I think it's pretty dope. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a but. But are we being spoiled? Are things getting a little bit too easy? I mean, I kind of picked up playing the keyboard probably like 3 years ago. I was really taking it seriously. And, you know, I made some improvements. I've gained some progression in playing the keyboard and stuff like that. But I mean, with tools like this chord sequencer and other tools out there, it pretty much almost takes the creativity out of the musician playing the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? If something is telling you what to do next, I'm thinking, did I really have to spend all this time learning all these chords? No! But with all that, I still like the fact that Reason is bringing something new and fresh to the table. Next up at bat, Alesis. I know, right? Alesis! Where have you guys been? We haven't seen you cats since the fusion! And that's kind of the problem. What happened to this great company, Alesis? You know, the last dope piece of gear, in my opinion, that they came out with was, guess, the Alesis Vortex Wireless 2! I actually liked the Keytar. I thought it was pretty creative when it came out. This Keytar, first of all, comes with a shoulder strap, which is pretty nice that they, you know, added that in. And it's wireless. Do you know what that means? So yes, it's a MIDI controller and everything like that, but I like the wireless touch. I think it's pretty cool. So you could step away from your computer and whatever plugin you got installed on that thing, you could go on stage and just jam out. It's, as long as that wireless connection is up to par, you should be okay. But I would like the company to get back to how they was in the mid 2000s, creating things like the Andromeda and all the other cool modules they used to create back then. I mean, I know you can't go backwards, but it's kind of like they've been quiet, a little bit too quiet. I know In Music owns them, and sometimes when you have new people at the head of the corporation, things change. But I'd like them to get back into creating those innovative synthesizers they used to do and everything. I just miss the old Alesis. Now, next up, last but not least, the plugin called Chord Test. You know, I did a video a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about the Chord Test. You know, like when you don't have good monitor speakers and you're running to the car back and forth, the infamous Chord Test. They put it out in plugin form. It's actually a plugin called Chord Test where it basically simulates how your music would sound in the car. For years, folks have been running back and forth to the car to try to hear the real way their music sounds. Usually, if it sounds good in the car, it'll sound good everywhere. And with this plugin, they kind of took that philosophy. What it basically does is whenever you're finished doing your track, you can just, on the master channel, just put this plugin on and it will simulate how it would sound in a car. If it doesn't sound good, it's kind of letting you know that you got to fiddle with the EQ for a minute until it does sound good. And their theory is if it sounds good on the plugin, it should sound good everywhere else. You know, it should sound good in the car. It should sound good everywhere else. Now, is this theory true? I don't know. I didn't try it yet, but I'm going to try it. I downloaded the plugin. It's free. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see if it holds up to par. So that's about it. Just sharing my thoughts on some of the plugins and the products I peeped recently. But what's your thoughts on AI assistants? Do you think it's a good thing that the software AI is making the melodies for you and showing you the way to the probably the most dopest beat you ever created? Or do you hate it and think that it's destroying music production? Let me know in the comments section. So this is your boy Dyreck, aka Native Shades, reminding you to like and subscribe. And I'm signing off.